I'm going to be reading two excerpts from a larger piece called My Grandpa's Half-House Painter. In second grade, my mom accepted a job in finance in Arnold, Missouri, where her brother, my Uncle Dennis, lived with his wife, Auntie Glenda, and his daughter, my cousin Kim. My sister May, the eldest of us 4 kids, and oldest brother Carlo, were in high school at the time and wanted to finish the school year. So my parents made the decision to be apart until the following summer. My dad stayed in California with May and Carlo, and my mom, my older brother Mart, and I moved into Uncle Dennis's house in Missouri. Kim took full advantage of suddenly having 2 younger brothers. She insisted that we call her Ate. I never called May by Ate or Carlo and Mart by Kuya, so know that Kim was tripping. While Mom settled into her new job, Mart and I were busy being 20% of the non-white population at Simpson Elementary School. With Kim, we made 30. We were involved by parental force with a Filipino cultural arts group in which we learned songs and dances. Mart and I learned the Maglalatik, which we eventually performed at a museum during a gala celebrating the Filipino culture. This was still in Missouri, so the only Filipinos in attendance were the ones on stage. During the Maglalatik performance, Mart and I and a few other boys were topless except for coconut shell hats stringed together on our knees, hips, backs, and chests. We had coconut shell halves in our hands as well, and we would hit the shells on our bodies with the shells on our hands to the rhythm of the music. Mart and I and the other pigmented Pinoys in our coconut bras were placed at the back of the stage, while half-white Chris was placed front and center. Chris had tits just like me, but was so fluorescently pale skinned that he was automatically the Beyonce of our destinies. So a group of young, yellow boys were dancing half-naked on a stage as a bunch of white men in black ties watched. It was like Law & Order Special Victims Unit, the 1984 fair. After my stint as a Filipino Josephine Baker was over, my mom, Mart, and I moved back to California. This is the second excerpt. On my very first day of college, excited to be at Otis College of Art and Design with what I assumed were going to be liberal, like-minded individuals, I was welcomed into the realm of higher learning with a roll call conversation with my former space teacher, Jim, that I still remember to this day. Carlyle Nuera? Nuera, where does that come from? I said, oh, I'm Filipino, so my last name comes from the Spanish. Jim replied, you know, a group of Filipinos painted my house recently. They really did a great job. I sat there listening to Jim continue on about their amazing work ethic, not sure how to respond. Should I mention that my grandpa is only half-house painter? Should I mention that I painted my own room and really did a great job? Should I ask if he just loves United Colors of Benetton's multi-culti ad campaigns? Eventually he continued roll call. He called out for a Tony Chung, a Vietnamese girl with a common Vietnamese last name. Tony tried to play like she had something interesting to say about her ordinary Vietnamese last name. But really, how can you talk being called out for belonging to a people that does exceptionally well at painting houses? Welcome to higher learning, Carlyle.